Welcome to the Chief Architect Quick Tip. Today we will be covering HVAC Ductwork in Chief Architect Premier. And we're going to start out with a blank new plan, but later on we will use the sample plan Zero Sum Kitchen, which you can access through our samples gallery on chiefarchitect.com. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with a new blank plan, and I'm going to use the straight exterior wall tool. You can see we have lots of wall types to choose from, and I'm just going to right click and draw 4 walls. And when you right click, then you can just click and it stays in drawing mode. And I'm going to finish that up. If I left click, then as soon as I let go, I have to grab it and start again. So I prefer to draw with right clicking when I'm doing rectangular shaped rooms. If you'll notice, I also drew the walls in a clockwise direction, and that ensures that the exterior walls go on the outside. So, if you look over here under bonus catalogs, I have the spiral ducting catalog installed, which you can grab at the 3D library, 3dlibrary.chiefarchitect.com. As you can see, it's currently a featured catalog. So let's place some ducting in our new room. We're actually going to start over here under Build, Trim, and select Molding Line, and let's just go ahead and drag that across. You can see I have snapping enabled, so it's grabbing the inside of those walls. Now let's select the line, and I like to hit the hotkey Control E to open object, but you can also do it with this button down here. Now, I want to set this to a height of 95.5 inches, and that is going to bring my ductwork just below my ceiling in a room that has the default ceiling height set up. So, let's do that and go to the Moldings tab and Add New. Here I'm going to go to my bonus catalog and select this Spiral Duct 3D Molding. Hit OK. I'm happy with these. These values come from the size of the 3D molding, and I like that, so I'm going to hit OK. Now let's hit Shift J, the hotkey, to drop in a camera. And as you can see, we've got some ducting going across our room. Okay, let's say I want the ducting to turn 90 degrees here and shoot off in this direction. I'm going to hit Control Tab to go back to Plan View, and let's see what kind of symbols we have in here. So I'm going to go under 90 degree transitions and select this stamped 90. I'm going to click to place it in my plan, and then click it again so that I can rotate it 90 degrees. I'm going to scroll up with my middle mouse wheel so that I can place this right over the top, and I'm holding down Control so that I can precisely move it just where I want it to go. Now let's select this. You can see that I accidentally got the transition symbol, so I'm going to hit Tab, which selects what I wanted, and let's just drag this over to where this transition piece starts. Okay, I'm going to hit Control Tab to see how that looks in 3D, and you'll notice when you saw that I placed this ductwork, I did it at 95.5 inches. Hit Enter to get out of this dialog. And so when I placed this stamped 90, it was at the correct height to fit this ductwork. This is all set up to work in a default ceiling height. So if I were to place another symbol, it's all going to be at that same height and work for you. Okay. Now we want the ductwork to shoot off in this direction. So, zoom out here. I could go to Build, Trim, and draw a new molding line, but since this one already has my 3D molding applied to it, I'm just going to hit Control C to copy, Control V to paste that into my plan, rotate it 90 degrees, and move it on top of here. And then, as we did before, just drag it to where my transition piece is and drag it to the wall. Looks like I need to move it over just a skosh. There we go. Okay, let's go back to our camera view by hitting Control Tab, and you can see nice 90-degree transition. Okay, let's place some vents on this. So, if you get tired of switching back between plan view and your camera view, you can hit Shift F6, and this will bring up both of them into vertically tiled views. So let's get into the vents folder, and I'm going to place this circular ceiling vent. There we go. And let's place this guy. You can see this V shape here. I'll zoom in. That is indicating the front of the symbol. So I'll rotate it 90 degrees and slide it into place. So you can see how you can start to make your ducts look nice. Let's talk about transitions. In some cases, you might want your ductwork to transition not only to a different direction, but to a smaller diameter. So let's drop this guy in the plan, slide him over here. I'll zoom out. I'm going to hit F6. Sometimes it's nice if you want to maintain your camera angle, but you might want to zoom into something and check it out, see how it looks, and then get back to the nice view that you had set up. Hit F6. It's also nice if you really like the camera angle you've achieved, go to 3D, Save Active Camera, and that will then save that camera for you. So the next time you open your plan, you'll just be able to open it and have the same view that you liked. Okay, so let's transition from a larger diameter to a smaller one over here. So for this guy, I'm just going to select this one, copy it, paste it, since it already has my 3D molding applied, move it into place, and you can see the snapping is helping me here. Snapping can be turned on and off right here. You can also hit Control F9. I really like to use hotkeys. It makes my workflow go quite a bit faster. Okay, now just for a refresher, to make a new one we go to Build, Trim, and Molding Line. Let's draw a new one. I'm just going to let it snap to the middle. That's okay, I can move it later. Let's open it up with Control E, and since this one is going to be a smaller diameter, it needs to be a little higher up, so let's go at 97 inches. Go to the Moldings tab, Add New. Go to our bonus catalog, select the Spiral Duct 3D Molding, hit OK, and I'm going to change this to 9. The ductwork is going to be 9 inches, but the 3/8 is the spirals on the outside. Let's hit OK. There we go, and let's just move that down a little bit. Get it into place. So now we can see that it transitions from a 12-inch diameter duct to 9. And let's say we want it to go into here. To do this, I'm going to grab a 90-degree transition, and let's do this conical T, because I can see that this side has the reduced size that will fit with my reduced duct. So I will slide this into place here, and again I'm holding down Control so I can precisely locate my object. Now if we zoom in here, you can see that our symbol is being overlapped by the spiral ducting, and that's not what we want. So if I use the break line tool here, which you can also use the hotkey of 3, which I will do, you can click here, and I'm going to hit 3 again and click on the other side of this transition symbol. Now I can select, let's see here, here we go, I can select this section, hit Control E to open object, and you can see under the General tab this option, no molding on selected edge. So I'm going to check that box, hit OK, and now we can see In this place, the duct is not rendered. I'm just going to temporarily delete this so you can see that there. Now I'll hit Control Z to undo. Alright. So now that we've seen how we can place our ducts, let's open up a sample plan. Okay, so this is the zero-sum kitchen, which can be found on our website under the User Center and Samples Gallery. You can see right down here, zero-sum kitchen. You can get the X5 plan, a PDF showing it off, and even a how-to design video. Okay, so let's go back to Chief. And if I drop a camera in here, this time I will do a full camera. See, the Shift J is what I used as a hotkey earlier. Let's drop the camera right here. And we can see that there is some ductwork that was made for this room, but this was before we had this nice spiral ducting bonus catalog. So I am going to delete these symbols and we're going to remake it. Okay, I'm going to hit Shift F6 to tile my views, and I like this nice CAD detail that can show me where that duct is going to go. So if you can remember, build, trim, molding line, and let's just drag that on down. Select our new molding line and hit Control E to open object. And this is going to go at 117 inches high. It's much higher up there. And let's go to the Moldings tab. I like to hit Control Tab to switch to different tabs in the dialog. That way my mouse is free to quickly move over to these other buttons. Let's go to our spiral ducting bonus catalog, select this 3D molding, and I'm going to change this height to 20 and the width as well. Alright, so we've got our ductwork placed up there. I'm just going to go ahead and move it over. There we go. And we need a vent, so I'm going to grab this guy, place it, rotate it so it's in the right place. But we want this guy to be, for one, bigger, and for two, we want the front of the vent to be facing down. So another way to open an object other than open object is open symbol. I'm going to select that, go to the x-axis and rotate it 90 degrees plus, and let's see what that did for us. Now you can see, if I zoom in here, that the front face of the vent is facing down as we want it. I'm going to hit F6 to go back out after I zoomed in to see some detail I wanted. Okay, let's make this vent, let's say, a foot high, 2 feet wide, and 1 foot deep. Hit OK. Alright, now let's move that over here. And let's raise it up to 117 like our vent. There we go. So now we have replaced this with some nice looking ductwork that was a lot easier. We didn't have to use a soffit and place a vent symbol right underneath. And I really like the way that spiral ducting looks. Okay, I'm just going to bring up the website, show you a few things. I wanted to let you know that you can download a free trial version so you can get in there and see how it works for yourself. And remember, you can find the sample plan we used today under the User Center, Samples Gallery, and right here is the zero-sum kitchen. Download the plan, poke around in it for yourself, watch the how-to design video, and make the plan from scratch. You can also go over to our support and in our help database. Right now, a featured article is on drawing HVAC ductwork. And there's lots of other articles. This is a great resource for you. So if you go visit chiefarchitect.com, we've got great training videos, the samples gallery that we saw, how-to articles, There's a Chief Talk users forum, and we have a YouTube channel with lots of other videos like this one. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip. I had a great time showing you guys how to use the HVAC spiral ducting bonus catalog. Give us a call, visit our website for additional resources. Thanks again for joining me and watching this quick tip, and I hope you have a fantastic day.